Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Daylight and Daisies. Is it not just so beautiful? Listen to those birds. We're, of course, going to have lots of visitors right here today. Skylar, what are you doing, honey? Things got really wet yesterday, but it is great because everything is getting watered. Hey, what you doing, girl? Hi, baby girl. I have to block them away from the plants until I get everything arranged because she apparently is eating the wood chips. Aren't you? Are you eating wood chips? Skylar, she is eating wood chips. I know she does like to eat wood, and if we had grass, she would certainly dig up the grass, wouldn't you, baby? Yes, I know. But I had this idea this morning to take some of these, terracotta planters. Now remember, in wintertime, I'm going to be putting these terracotta plants, these are all herbs and non-vining vegetables, into my kitchen. So there's a big kitchen window. It's a huge, tall, very, very high ceiling window. So I'm going to put a plant stand, which I haven't figured out which stand yet, but I'm going to put a plant stand there, and we're going to put all of these there. But for out here, I wanted to play with stacking. There's a bird. Look. Can you see? We have a visitor. I love the sounds they make. Best thing ever. So cute. Listen to this in the morning. It's so beautiful. So I have three main birds that kind of like alternate onto my bird feeder, and this is one of them. Is that Sweetie Pie? No, this is the brown one. I'm not really sure what kind this is, but it's so beautiful. I mean, what a beautiful bird. You can see in my shorts, I'll post more detailed pictures of him eating from the bird cam, because it's on a bird cam. So I'll go and after this video steal that footage from the bird cam and I'll post it to the stories or shorts. And then there's I love his little sound. Listen to him calling. So there's also a red-winged blackbird that comes, we call Sweetie Pie, and he's here every single day, all day long while I'm doing stuff. And they fly down to the trees down there and hang out there, and then they fly back up, and they're just coming back and forth here all day long. So cute. Okay, so what I wanted to play with in some space saving type of situations is stacking terracotta and figuring out with some of the stuff that I have planted where to put it. And I think that's really important because it's not just exciting to have the plants and pot the plants and do all these things with the plants, but it is also very exciting to actually make them look good too, because right now the patio is a complete mess, right? But there's a method. You have to get it all potted first and figure out how it's going to grow and get that all done, and then you can kind of put it in the places where it wants to be and where it's going to grow the best. Especially as I've been watching this time of year that the sun has changed a lot. We're getting daylight hours until after 9 p.m. So it's really important to watch where your sun comes up, and I get up really early, 4 or 6, right? So as the sun's rising, I'm usually awake anyway, doing some work, and I love to come out here on my breaks and have some coffee and just kind of watch the plants grow, and they really do grow before your very eyes. It's so exciting. And trim my lettuce, gather some things from the garden for the day. I wish we had this kind of weather all year, but to be honest with you, I've lived in hot weather all year, and it's usually not this pretty. It's very humid and hot and so miserable half of the year. So it's kind of better to do some stuff inside in the cooler months and then come outside in spring and summer and have this gorgeous weather because it's so nice and cool. It's like sweater weather. The plants love it. You know, you're in the 60s and then in summer you're in the 70s or 80s. Not really in the 90s, which makes a huge difference. And the air is a little drier, but just the right amount of humidity. So I prefer it because it's a lot more comfortable and less miserable. But let's get to stacking. We're going to move these out of the way and take down this little doggy door for now. And then we're going to get to see if terracotta does actually, in fact, stack, which I really don't know if it does, to tell you the truth. I've seen it done I was looking for ideas for styling plants on patios on Pinterest. And I've been looking all over the internet, looking on Facebook groups and all kinds of places to see. Sorry about that, I'm just taking this apart. And this looked like a really interesting thing to try. So we are going to try it with this area here. So let's start to get some of these out of the way. Excuse me. I have some terracotta that we potted up yesterday. I'm gonna put this. This is so cool. This is gonna be really neat. And also, I don't think we're gonna do it in this video, but in my next video, which I'm also gonna film today, we're gonna talk about sweet peas because I have a bunch of sweet pea seedlings that are ready to go. And we're gonna want to do something cool with those. I actually got sweet pea seedlings that I grew from seed, so I've got a ton of them, and I got fairy lights, so that's what it's gonna have to do with. Is sweet pea and fairy lights. Isn't this the cutest? I love, this is my favorite coffee set. It's kind of like there's a teapot and a canister and several cups, but I love it. It's so cute. Okay, so let's get the eggplants out of here. Skylar, you are not allowed to touch these. Okay, let's get this one. This is the pepper. We cut it up yesterday. That video is all available for you guys. David Austin planters. David Austin comes with the coolest, green planters. Oh, I forgot this was in there. It comes with the coolest planters ever. And they're like this dark hunter green. And I really like them so much that I do not want to get rid of them. I actually want to do something with them. Okay, let's sweep this little area. So this little planter area I'm doing in here because it gets full sun, so it's great for my herbs, and we can also shade it if we want to, so depending on what we put there, we can possibly shade, but you know, for the most part, I think this is going to be a really cool station and look really nice because there's going to be a greenhouse going up next week over here that you guys don't know about yet. I was also trying to decide on flooring, but you know, it's too early because I was weighing the cost of doing like those tiles on the floor versus paint versus like maybe just a washable carpet or a washable runner, you know, and maybe putting these on tile, like just laying down tile. There's even like tiles that are rubber. There's so many different kinds. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet as far as that. I kind of had this vision for like having the side where the pots are going to be raised a little bit and then maybe a runner down the center, or I don't know. I don't want to trip on anything, so it's kind of, get out of there. Okay, so let's start with this one. So we're gonna start with, I think, these, which are these lower ones. And let's take this down from this, so it's not in the way. This is going to be here, because it's going to get something hung on it. I actually almost picked these up yesterday, and I need to get more because I have strawberries. So we're going to put this here, and we want it facing the sun. So since the parsley is kind of already going that direction, we're going to mirror the labels and put it there, I think. These are here. Now let me look for a second flat one, which I believe, have I done a second flat one yet? I might not have, but I feel like I need 2 or 3 of them, so maybe I'll just put one in place so we can see how it looks, you know? I have one over here. I want one with a base. So the idea is if we put one with a base, then it's going to catch the water. So whether you use a plastic base or you put the terra-cotta pot down with the base, that is entirely up to you. So there and there. And we're just going to see if it works first. I believe it will. I have this area that has glass in it, right? And then I have, luckily, planted many of these things with some room on them. So let's do another one. So this one has got to have a base, because if it doesn't, when I water it, it's going to go right onto the floor. And we can kind of play with the size of the bases, right? Like, if there's not enough support with a smaller base, then maybe we'll do a larger base. But we're going to see. So that's like a medium-sized base. And no glue or anything is needed. If you put them right, yep, that's fine. Then they're going to be fine through wind and everything. And remember, I have glass here, so we can actually kind of squish it so that it is up against the glass, and that makes it even more stable. But this is going to be cool because it literally, like, will, Misty, don't go in the plants. It literally is going to be a really awesome way to stack up a lot of terracotta. And I was thinking about, this is how I would stack it in the kitchen as well to keep it going. So that's why we need to kind of build it this way. So here's another one. I just have to go get a base for it. Have not planted it yet. Let's raise this up. Isn't this gorgeous? So gorgeous. I'm actually going to turn this one into a bonsai tree like I did the other one. Things are looking so beautiful already. Oh my goodness. The lilac is blooming. The wisteria is already starting to grow. Okay, so then this idea would be the ones that go here could get like dappled light, and then the ones that go in the front would be more full sun, even though it's not really full sun, right? So let's see what else. We're gonna stick with terracotta, so let's get the other big terracotta planters that I've done. I have one here. Oh, this actually isn't terracotta. That's a plastic one that looks just like it, doesn't it? Let's see what else. I'm gonna make sure it's herby. This one, which is mint. We just need a base. So let's get a vase about that size. It's a little taller. Now, I feel like you can actually separate a bit, and it gives it more stability and gives you more room for plants. Yep, so pretty. Looking good. Zoom in on it so you can see it better. Okay, so see what I'm doing? So I'm actually moving them out about an inch apart so that they have some room, and it does not, it actually makes it very, very sturdy. Move the little thing here. Adjust this so that when we put the other one here, cool. Now we're going to bring these over. These ones are going to go, so it's going to go from larger to smaller. Actually, it looks like I have to plant some more, so we're going to put this one there. Oh, here's another one. Let's see what size this is. This is a smaller one, but it's got a larger little tray. So, there. So I'm just kind of adjusting, and I'm feeling my way as I go to see what's real stable. That's really super stable, actually. And then, let's see, we'll get this one. So then, you know, like, I mean, honestly, as you water them, they're not going to flow into each other. You still need to water each one. And I need to put soil in these because we don't want them to be unstable. I don't think they're going to get to be the most stable until they have soil. This one's kind of a little bigger, so we can't use that one there. Oh, interesting. All right, so there are, like, I have some ones that are slightly larger, and I did not know that. What size is this one? Oh, this is a good one. Okay, so we're going to switch this out for the purple basil. Yep. But we need a large enough lip, don't we? Turn it. Isn't this the cutest thing? Tell me that's not great. Okay, so then of course as it gets bigger, right, there's less room to stack. You have to be kind of like mindful of where you're putting this stuff. And we don't want to bring it out so much that we make it unstable, because it's got to be under the bases. So don't try to stack it too high, right? Like I might possibly, let me see, we're either going to end here or possibly do two. Now I need to put soil in these other ones because it makes a huge difference as far as them feeling really super stable. I think maybe the rosemary on top. And then I'm not going to put one there because this has already gotten really big, and I don't want to block the light. I want it to keep growing. So I'm thinking maybe just these two on top. And then, yeah, and they are stable. You just have to like adjust them and make sure. Okay, this is cool. So now I have more to do, but I'm gonna have to like match up my pot sizes really well, because I didn't realize I have actually 3 or 4 different sizes of pots. But I think I recommend this only with terracotta because of the weight of the terracotta. But look at how cool this is. So now we have to fill these other ones with some soil. Now this is gonna hold what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 8 or 9 planters. So I did 8 because this mint is already pretty big. Now I can actually fit one there. It's not a big deal. So let's see what it looks like. Because I'm not really getting in its way. It's just big, you know, so I kind of want to give it room. So let me go get a lip. Hopefully this is the right size. And you can always get larger lips too if you feel like you want extra lippage, you know, stability. But I'm just kind of not really looking for them to catch a lot of water, because I water, but I don't over water, right? And I always feel like with herbs, they don't really need extra all the time. Okay, so I have too much wood. So we gotta lower, oh shoot, we gotta, let's take the wood out of here and put it into the top one. So it also has to be level, so be careful if you have some very, very big woody pieces. You want to make sure that your base is level and that you're not crushing any of your foliage, and it will just grow around it. All right, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I love it. And it does, it feels really stable. So like any areas that are not like kind of off, it's usually because I see wood in the way. So just take the wood pieces, the mulch, and put it on top. And then just zhuzh it, you know, zhuzh it until. Now if you have one that's not a uniform height, you're gonna know right away, because I think actually the front one might not be the same height as the others. I didn't compare it, it looks a little higher, but it's working great, and it's very, very solid. So now look at that. So, you know, a lot of people have been like, you have so many plants, how are you gonna fit these and make them look good? But look at this, how cute is this? So, and then when I'm done out here and we move on to the next season and winter comes, anything I can't put in my greenhouse to get a little extended growing, I'm just gonna move inside and do this. So by putting it in terracotta from the start, you have the lips underneath to catch the water, so you can still water inside, and you can build these great little things with all of your herbs, and it'll look so good when it fills in. Don't you think that's just wonderful? I think it's amazing. So I hope you like this idea. If you use the idea, please send me pictures on Instagram at Daylight and Daisies. I would love to see what you build. I'm so into like styling the plants, not just putting a bunch of plants on the patio. So we're gonna be styling this entire group of things. I mean, I have quite a bit left to do. I still have lots and lots of stuff to get rid of. I have lots of plants that are needing trimming. I can tell you it's going to be a busy, busy time. And look at how crazy this is growing. Just in the last week, it is completely filled out. That is fantastic. Oh my goodness. That was just one plant that I potted in there. That's just crazy. And the wisteria is looking good already. And I got the clematis potted. I have 2 of these, so one in this color and the other is in like a pastel pink, and they are gonna grow up these beautiful trellis. The other one's over there on the trellis, so we just have to place them where they need to be. Then the wisteria is gonna be in a spot. It doesn't seem to like the wind, so although it's nice and like sunny out here, it does not like the wind, because I noticed that the wind is turning the leaves a little bit. It's making them a little bit brown, but there's tons and tons of new growth. It's coming so well. The little tomato plant is looking amazing. That's probably going to go next to, well, I don't know, I think I'll probably rise that up
and not keep them on the floor. But isn't this a great way, whether you do it on a table or you just do it like this, a great way to put 9 all together. You can have multiple plants in these and just start with the largest down the bottom. I like the really wide ones because you can see I got a lot of width and there's a lot of room. And then I put like medium pots and then smaller ones on top. And you could even stick one more on the very top if you wanted to. You know, it's not gonna kill it. It actually looks really good. So I probably will leave it like that. And that's a little bit larger one on top, like between the smaller and the medium size, because it has more of a surface area on the bottom to sit really well. And that's like kind of the key. So if you find that your pots are very thin at the bottom, definitely put the lip, because you can see how the lip is really holding that in place and making it so much more solid, right? Plus it makes it so that it's not going to overflow all over to your neighbors if you're on a patio. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget, I am on Instagram at Daylight and Daisies. Thank you so much for being here. And you guys have a wonderful potting day. I hope you're out in the sunshine, enjoying yourself and eating healthy and just taking some time out, because this is very, very good therapy for you.